Now, when former MP Trevor Mallard announced a decade ago he'd like to bring the moa back from extinction, people ridiculed him as loopy, unusual, and on the verge of extinction himself. But maybe he was onto something, because a multi-billion-dollar US company has announced plans to de-extinct our native bird. As Lloyd Burr reports, they plan to do it within a decade.
This is the highly produced promotional video released this morning, announcing to the world plans to bring New Zealand's moa back from extinction.
It's estimated that there were probably 150,000 giant moas walking around.
Yep, that's Sir Peter Jackson, who's helping fund it.
We're now at the point where being extinct isn't really the end of the story.
There's a lot of Māori imagery because Ngaitahu's backing it as well.
We really want this to be a Maori-led initiative, and I'm really excited that we're able to do that here.
It's going to be undoubtable ramifications for the conservation work that we're involved with.
It's really their vision, really putting the Maori first.
This isn't the scientists telling the Indigenous people what to do, it's a complete partnership.
It's easy to release a video announcing de-extinction, but actually doing it, is it even possible?
The only way to truly de-extinct something is to clone it, like what happened with Dolly the sheep. But for that, you need really high-quality DNA, which we don't have with moa.
Nick Rawlins has been researching moa for decades. To say he's sceptical of the plan is an understatement.
It's a pipe dream. The technology isn't there.
But the company behind the moa de-extinction, Colossal Biosciences, believes the technology is there. They have hundreds of scientists, researchers and labs right across the world, backed by $5 billion of investment. So how will they do it? They'll dig out the DNA from bone remnants and they'll use it to build a new genome based on that of their closest living relative. There's some gene editing too to fill in the gaps. There's fertilisation and a surrogate. It's much more complex than that, but we don't have all day.
On a virtually weekly basis, I hear astonishing news that makes me 100% positive that this will happen.
Paul Schofield is the senior curator at Canterbury Museum, which has the world's largest collection of moa bones, which will be mined for DNA.
It'll have probably thousands, if not tens of thousands of genes that have been edited into this animal to make it look like and act like a moa.
There are 9 known species of moa. The biggest is the South Island giant moa, which could grow to a height of 3.5 metres, an absolute whopper that weighed 1/4 of a tonne. Now, the smallest is the small bush moa. Now, that was only 1.3 metres tall. The de-extinction plan would likely use the moa's closest living relative, the tinamo, as a surrogate, the biggest of which is only around 1/2 metre tall. These dreams aren't new. Labour's Trevor Mallard announced a moa de-extinction plan in 2014.
I'd like ones which I could pat on the head. Well, the moa will be a goer.
But is it even extinct? In 1993, a man named Paddy Freeney claimed he saw one roaming near Arthur's Pass and took this snap. When it was alive, though, it made its way all the way to Stewart Island, a near-complete skeleton found there in 2021. The most recent bones uncovered during the construction of the Manawatu-Tararoa Highway. But should it remain as bones in the ground? That's a bone of contention.
7 iwi at the top of Te Iho, the South Island, who, from our engagement with them, are dead set against de-extinction.
There's a lot of jealousy out there in the scientific community that those particular people aren't involved in this project.
An ambitious project too. They want the first moa roaming New Zealand within 10 years.